Hi guys, so we are back now from our Christmas break. So I thought I'd give you a little recap of what we're going to be doing over the year. Ben and I at the moment got a couple of new build projects on the go at the moment, both a passive house. We've just broken the ground for one, so that's really exciting, and that's in the city centre of Hereford. So logistics for it are quite tricky, but we're lucky that we're working behind the scenes to get everything trying to run as smoothly as possible. We've got some other new builds booked in already for this year, so we're trying to just sort out our workload at the moment to try and make sure we've got all our ducks in a line, so when it comes to the 1st of April or whenever those start dates are, that we're ready to roll and the lads can start working straight away. Work's going really well at the moment. We've been a little bit behind with the weather, but what we're trying to do is do some workarounds with all of our projects. So everything's running really smooth at the moment. We're really happy with our work schedule.
So me and Ali don't get a lot of time in the office together. A lot of our business is done over the phone on a daily basis. You know, we'll have conversations 3 or 4 times a day. What materials that we need procuring, quantities, any communications we need to have with the architects, invoicing, scheduling, etc., etc. So we've taken just half an hour today to go over what I see as the essential prerequisites to starting the contracts that we've got upcoming. Like Ali mentioned to you, we've got 3 new builds already booked in this year, so they're sort of in order of when we're due to start them. The top one being the central passive house construction that we've broken ground on already. There's things in my list there that include service connections, getting a block plan from the architect, coordinating the drain surveys to go with the demolition. So all the things up there that are going to be at the start of the works that I need to organise are written down on the whiteboard for me. And then moving down, we've got the new build south of the river that's due to start in April time. We're actually signing contracts on that one a week Friday. So that's highlighted up there on the build to remind me to go to that meeting. And then right down the bottom, we've got another large project in the Ledbury area. That's with a new architect we've not worked with before, but we're really looking forward to working with Gary Thomas. And there's a couple of things we need to do ahead of the work starting, but like I said, that's all the way in August, so I've got loads of time to coordinate the structural engineer, the roofing contractors, other investigations that I need to do. So yeah, really useful just to take that bit of time and get these down for me to remember.
Okay, so big day today. Over the course of the last few weeks we've fallen a little bit behind due to illness and holiday, which can't be avoided. So what we've got to try and do is catch up where you can. So we pulled all our guys on site just for today, and we've got a few teams working around doing various jobs. We've got Tom, the plumber here, finishing the first fix. We've got Nick and Aaron on the internal carpentry works. They're fitting door lining for us. The extension upstairs has already been boarded out. We'll go and take a look in a minute. That was done by Pistol Pete, Channy and Connor. James is building some stud work upstairs. Ali and Brad are plasterboarding the ceiling downstairs. They're moving on to the walls now, so it's all go. Let's take a look.
Okay, so carpentry team, we've got Aaron and Nick just fitting the door linings because the plasterboard is going on the walls in the next hour or 2. So we've got one door lining here going through into the utility room. Aaron's just fixing up the door lining into the cupboard where the cylinder is. Nick's done the door lining into the bathroom, and I think Nick's just put a load of pattresses in as well. We've got one for the basin there, and as we've got underfloor heating everywhere, we've got an electric towel rail going there, so that's been pattressed up as well. Pattress is essentially a solid sheathing, timber, in between the studs, and that allows the second fix work for the electricians or the plumbers, whoever it needs to be, to second fix really easily. Looking good.
Currently putting a strap boss on to pick up the shower waste, and going to put a separate one on so it's on its own individual run for a washing machine that's going to go in this cupboard here.
So the guys are overboard in the ceiling here. Clients just asked that you want to freshly balance the ceiling. So easiest way to do that is to locate all the joists by knocking horrible holes in it like this. And then fresh plasterboard all the way over. Okay, so 3-leaf bifold in, all folding back to there. Fully glazed fixed screen on the other return. This steel column has now been painted with
intumescent paint, fire protection, and they've got the corner to make up with an aluminium profile on the outside there. Obviously there won't be a howling gap all the way through. You see pink plasterboard in places. That is also fire rated plasterboard. It's a 30-minute. So you've got it down there. And then where we've got that steel in the floor void, also got pink fire check plasterboard in front of it. Coming together, we're looking to get the plasterers in at the start of next week. So really, to be ready for them next week, we've got 2 days, and we just need to finish getting the last few of the windows in, window boards, plastered reveals, and away we go. Do me a favour, you just stand there so I can get the focus right on the camera, please, mate.
Stand here.
Yeah. To your left ever so slightly. Put your right hand up. Crouch down a bit. Smile.
Okay, so we're on the first floor now, and as you can see, the existing external wall's been knocked through, opening up into extension. So you've got a pair of pre-stressed concrete lintels there, walking through into what is the bedroom, and this has been plasterboarded all out now by the guys this morning. There's that lovely view again that we've seen loads of times, and the joinery, the windows and doors are turning up tomorrow. So we've got big single glazed unit here with an opening here. There's a portal window in this opening, and a window, fire egress window there. Okay, so loads of progress on site the last few days. We had all the team members come in to give us a hand with the plasterboard internally. Let's go and take a look at what's been going on. Okay, so see behind me, scaffold's been put up this morning, which we've been waiting for a couple of weeks, but crucially we just got the bifolding door section in there yesterday before the scaffold goes up, because the bifolds open outwards, so if there's scaffold in the way, that will cause a bit of an issue with fitting those. So good to get those in. They're going to be glazed later on today, and the scaffolding's up so we can attack this brick gable. That's been a nice design feature on this build. Let's take a look at some of the cladding's been going on now as well. Okay, so the cladding of choice for this build is larch. They are 150 wide by 22mm rough sawn boards, and they've got this really nice light colour to them, and the pattern of the frame is really nice. And this will go silver off, as most timber does. You know, 12-18 months time when we come back, we'll see this is really silvered off. So carpenter's just taking a bit of time now, cutting it all nicely around the apertures. We've got linings of the same material to go around. This door we've had fitted, bit of plastic here because the glazing's to come this afternoon. So yeah, starting to come together with the window install this week as well. You can see there we've got the anthracite finish on the PVC windows, so a nice, again, little colour offset against the cladding. Okay, so in that opening there we have a portal window or a bullseye. So what I'm going to do is, as the window isn't here yet and we need to make the masonry starting tomorrow on the outside, the outer leaf, I'm going to make a pattern to fix into that opening, and then we can brick round it, take it out and put the actual PVC portal window in when it gets here. So I've got some 18mm ply I'm going to be making out of, and the window is 645mm in diameter. I'm going to add 10mm on for fitting, 655 diameter, which means a radius of 327.5mm. I'll show you what I'm going to do now. Nailed piece of timber to the centre of the circle that I'm trying to draw around, 327mm away is that pencil line. I'm going to take my pencil Voila. Okay, so the pattern's made up. Fixed it into the hole. As you can see, I've put extra timbers along the top to support the arch of the brickwork from the outside, because they'll all be headers. This is fixed in the opening now, so the guys can get on and do the masonry work outside. Okay, so I'm stood up on the scaffold now, and behind me is the green breather paper you can see on the timber frame, and this is where the masonry gable needs to be built up from some of the wire bricks that we salvaged from the demolition at the start of the job. So it's a complex little detail, this one here, so I'll just try and talk you through as best I can. So we have warm roof build up over there, warm roof build up all across the front of this EPDM roof, furring strips halfway back that way, halfway back that way. Then we have a couple of courses of masonry under here. This is brickwork below this rubber. So now on top of this brickwork, on top of this rubber, there'll be brickwork up, following the line of these timbers up the gable to create that triangle structure, okay? They'll be fixed back to the timber frame with ties. Frame's already insulated in that timber frame. And then the detail that makes this added bit of complexity is this portal window here that the bricklayers have got to brick round. So I've started to make the template there. That's the right diameter for the portal window that's coming. So yeah, we'll get onto this tomorrow when I've got a bricklayer on site. Okay, so we're nearing the end of the week now, and we've had a big push the last couple of weeks to try and catch up. We've had a few delays on various things. And you can see behind me probably a few things have changed. We've got some of the larch vertical cladding on now, which looks really, really good, so we're pleased with that choice. We've also got some of the PVC windows going in, and most of the glazing's in. The bifold, which is just over my shoulder that way, the frames are in, and the glass will be going in at the weekend. The scaffolding just needs to be altered so we can get those doors open and get the glass in as well. And you can see just behind my shoulder there that the brick gable is going up very near the portal window, so lots of technical brickwork will be going on over the next couple of days. I'll give you a quick run around, have a look what's going on. Okay, it's going up the garden. Bricklayers happy?
Oh, happy.
Yeah. Looking forward to tomorrow.
Oh.
Very good. Okay, so yeah, bifold corner. We've got a 3-leaf bifold, 1, 2, 3. We've just protected the end unit there with some scabby old OSB because they're laying bricks above. And this is the fixed glazed unit here. We'll just pop through and into the kitchen dining area. All plastered out, ready for plasters, plasterboarded, sorry, ready for plasters next week. Double glazed windows in the kitchen space. Back down that way. Moving through, again, all boarded. Manifold for the underfloor heating. And the cylinder will be going in there. We have washing machine, tumble dryer, through into downstairs bathroom. All first fix plumbing ready to go. Waves for the shower, bar mixer, basin, toilet. Back doors in, which opens out. We've got a nice little thumb turn detail here. There you go. There's that beautiful view again that we keep showing. Go through existing house, up the stairs, and then we can see through there the extension. We've knocked through, the floors are level. There's a new window in this walkway looking out onto the flat roof. And there's that great big joinery item. Just got one bit of glazing to go in here. Yeah, looking good. Okay, so we've got the oak floor going down now. Me and James, we started this yesterday. We'll get it all through here today. We're going to start putting the kitchen down the far end later on this afternoon. Electricians are here, second fix in.
Tim's on sockets and switches. The fuse board's been put in through that door back there as well, and the lights started to go in this afternoon as well. So looking good. By the end of play today, it will look really different.
So you can
see the green lines and here. Lights are set, the laser trying to get the lights in a perfect line. Okay, so electricians are here, wiring up, so I can fix it. What have you got there, Tim?
switch fuse spur
For
the extractor.
which is just behind you up there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, ideal. So what are you doing? You're going to get all the sockets on, switches.
All the sockets on, get the board powered up, get some lights on.
Nice.
See what you're doing then.
Today?
Don't know about
Right, okay. It'd be good if you can get it done today.
Really do my best, so can't I?
What's your screwdriver of choice?
Wera.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Wera.
I've always wondered. You heard it here first. It's Wera.
Not really, this is the CK one.
Well done.
I've been like, oh yeah.
Okay, Tim wants to give us another Turkish fact.
Today is the day after Mustafa Kemal Atatürk died. Do you know who that is?
No?
He's the founder of the Republic of Turkey. He died on November the 10th. I think 1912. Not sure about that. Off the top of my head, I'd say 1912.
That's not verified information.
Might want to check that though.
Okay, great.
Someone could check it for us.
Thanks, Tim.
Thanks.
In case you're wondering. Okay, so it's Friday afternoon. It's been a good week. Finished all the cladding, all the masonry and the roof details have been finished out on that gable end on this elevation here. There's a load of oak flooring down now. I'll spin the camera around and show you. We've just started putting some of the kitchen units in place. And yeah, lights are on, sockets are working, so a good week. Okay, so just quickly, kitchen-wise, we've got space here for a dishwasher. Belfast sink going on this low unit here. Units in the corner, units all the way along. We've got a big 1 metre oven with gas burner on top here, and there are only a couple of units above the worktop here, so it shouldn't take us too long to get this in next week. Notice what James did there is take multiple passes to cut the worktop. I mean, the saw is capable of cutting it in one hit, but you'll blunt your saw blade a lot quicker and you're likely to get burn marks in the end of the timber as well. So taking multiple passes at it, it's just a cleaner way of making the cut. So this should now butt up nicely to that first worktop that we cut on. And if it does, we'll start routering the connection bolts in on the underside. Okay, so James has just routed out the underside of one of the worktops. We're about to join together the connection bolts, which are these long bolts that go together on the underside with some biscuits in the join, loads of glue. Simply put that in, tighten it up by turning it from the underside, which is a bit of an awkward process, and that will pull the join nice and tight. We'll take a look when it's done. So guys, the scaffold has just been dropped finally. It's been ready to drop for a couple of weeks now, but the scaffolding company were really busy, so just had to wait. I just wanted to do a bit of a grand unveiling because, yeah, here it is in all its glory. I love this elevation, maybe one of my favourite ones we've done in the past few years. I really think those reclaimed brick gable and the white cut bricks against the vertical large timber and with the Amstrad windows, they look splendid, really lovely. These bifolds behind me, the client can use these now the scaffolding's out the way, so yeah, we're like really pleased with how this one's come together. A great design by our friends at Hills & Co. Even they weren't involved with stage 4 here of the build due to finances from the client. Yeah, we're over the moon with how this one looks.
Let's take a closer look. We're in just entered the second week in December, and we've had all this snow. Although we've not had any in Hereford, this job is out near Rossall and there's way more snow. I'm not prepared footwear wise. Yeah, let me. The client has a gas hob, an electric cooker inside, so hence the 2 LPG bottles there that feed the hob. There was an awful lot of extra work involved in constructing that fake gable end there from brickwork. Obviously we're a timber frame structure here, and we had to speak to the structural engineer about load bearing that brick gable there. It wasn't too much of a problem, as it turned out. We built it simply up off the 8-inch stud work. But yeah, there's a lot of extra work involved in creating that, but I can see why the architect did it, because it looks fantastic.
All the plastering is now complete in our passive house. So we've got the painter is going to come and start miscoating in a couple of days' time. So as soon as that's done, upstairs we can start putting all the skirting, architrave and oak doors in. Downstairs, what we've got to do is wait a couple of weeks for the tiler to come downstairs, and as soon as that's done, we can start putting the skirt and architrave around and do the doors downstairs.
Solar panels have finished being installed today up on the south-facing roof. Renewable firm that have put these in are MJS Energy, based in Herefordshire. You can see when the tiles will be brought up to the edge of the solar panels, they actually run flush, so it's an inset system, and the black edging along here along the side of the solar panels is something that is a planning stipulation. Yep, all looking good. Over in the valley we've got Chani and Nick. They are just laying out for the sun tunnel. There's a sun tunnel that comes through the roof, down through the plant room inside, and through the floor to the downstairs to light up an area. So we'll show you that when that's instated as well. It's going to bring a lot of natural light downstairs, where otherwise it'd be quite a dark room. Okay, some more floor preparation has been going on ahead of the tiler coming in a couple of weeks' time. Now, the liquid screed that we have put down over the underfloor heating leaves a very, very smooth glass-like finish, which is great, but you need to key the whole floor for the tiles to actually bond to that screed well. So the guys have hired a scarifier here, and we're going back and forth to make this beautiful key ready for the tiling in a few weeks.
We have regular meetings with our clients and architects every 2 weeks. So what we decided is we were walking upstairs in the upstairs hallway, and it was quite dark. So I suggested that we put a nice Velux window up the top. So what we've done is we've managed to source a passive house, a Velux window, and then obviously make the tunnel up to it.
Okay, so above my head here you can see this green pipe sticking down through the ceiling. We've got these in every room in this house, and this is an outlet for the MVHR, mechanical ventilation and heat recovery system. This all leads back to the plant room where the air is recycled and recirculated through the building. Let's take a look at it through there. Okay, so we're stood in the plant room now, which is a really important room in the house. Nothing too exciting or extravagant maybe at first glance, but you can see from all the ground floor MVHR pipes here down to my right, and we've got all the inlets there from the MVHR from the upstairs rooms on my left. They come together and they'll be fixed in the unit against the back wall behind me. Also up here we've got the, I'll show you in a second, it's just at a screen at the moment. We have got the manifold. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we've got a 12 port manifold there for the underfloor heating upstairs. Domestic hot water tank will be going in here also. We have a laundry chute here, pried over at the moment, but that's a nice little feature, so all the laundry can be shot straight down into the utility room below. And then outside we've obviously got the heliotherm, which is our air source heat pump. We'll do some more shooting of that when it's on site in a couple of months' time. But yeah, like I said, plant room, really important room of the house, and all the services are in now, so yeah, all looking good.
So, a couple of days ago we had the mist coating, which is the base layer of paint. Decorators came round, taped over all the windows and sprayed the whole house in less than 2 days, I think. So now we've got the sparkies in, starting their second fix work for the spotlighting and some of the sockets around the place. Looking really good. It's actually quite a nice day today on site. It's been a horrendous week in terms of weather, so the ground's a little bit wet. It's not too bad. So what you can see on the outside, the newest bits and pieces, are the SDS carrier board or the render board. That's the substrate that our render gets put straight onto with your beads and head drips and what have you. You see, currently doing that at the moment, so it's not yet up on the first floor. But the bottom row of render board is on all the way around the perimeter of the house, which is quite a long way around. It's a big place. Out the back garden now. It's where we've got a terraced area, and then up in that bedroom up there we've got a nice balcony area. So there's some steel structure still to be put up on the back elevation here. As you can see, bit of work to do yet. A nice big plot. If we turn around, when all the materials are gone and this has been landscaped, it's going to be a beautiful place. The garden goes a long way back behind the hedge, you can see at the bottom there. On the top left scaffold here, just looking at the head of a window detail. So what you can see here is insect mesh, and this allows for ventilation above the window without any creepy crawlies getting up inside. And the Enviro gaff you can see around every opening as well.
So we're dealing with a bit of a mud bath at the moment. So all of the garage is nearly done. All the ply inside, we're just finishing the fascias and soffits now. You can see with a little bit of leftover concrete, so we're just going to start putting some terram down, and this is all going to get gravelled.
Oh, hang on. We've got an opportunity here. Arnold in the wild. Mosey on back to his stonework. Now he's relieved himself. Off he goes. A rare sighting, but a great one.
So it was a liquid screed poured on this months ago. We've keyed it all up to the tile adhesive can bite, and then we've got a floor levelling system on all the joints. We back butter all tiles before they go down, so you make sure you get a load of grab on the adhesive. So just having a little walk around our passive house. You can see Nick there just finishing off some second fix inside that little WC. But we've just finished all the grouting downstairs. So what we're going to do is we're going to seal all the tiles and the grout, and then protect everything. You can see it's full steam ahead now, so all the flooring is done. Boys are busy laying the flat blocks for the terrace. This is an absolutely beautiful big space. So I've started to lay the floor in the downstairs shower room. This whole room is going to be tiled. So these are a tile leveling system. So basically, if you're not using these system here, then your floor isn't going to be perfectly level. You're going to have little tiny bumps and steps in it. So these compact all the tiles and the adhesive, so it's all perfectly smooth and level. If you're not using this, then it's not going to be a great finish on the floor or walls. I've done the same here as well on this one. So I've got a different tile in the shower, So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to fit all the units across here, and then I can run my tiles into it and make it look smart. So set down the protective sheet to start with to protect all the floor. And what I've done is I've just left it a little bit shy of all the walls so I can put the first row of tiles on. And then as soon as I've done that, I can push it all up tight so we don't get any grout or adhesive, anything like that on the finished floor. So Aaron is on site, made all the wardrobes for the downstairs bedroom. Got the doors just to come from Howden's. He's made this bench here for their clothes room, their boot room, so they've got somewhere to sit.
Morning guys, so we are finally breaking ground now at our new site that we introduced to you back in the summer. There's been a bit of a delay getting here. We've had trees to cut down, we've had planning permission, things to get round, we've had pricing the job, and we've had some party wall consents to get in as well as structural engineer calcs and final drawings to get through. But glad to say we're here now, we're actually breaking ground. You can see all the garage blocks behind me. The guys are going to start underpinning the party wall, which is a solid 9-inch brick wall behind me there. That separates the gardens of the houses over my shoulder. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of detailed, slow, laborious work going into this one, but it's really essential that we get this underpinning right. One thing we'll be battling with during this build is site access and restraints. You can see behind me, this is the only way in and out of the site. It's a tight urban plot. So we've had to come up with processes and ideas where we can get materials down here, different ways of working to be efficient and cost effective at the same time as battling these types of conditions. So you can see how tight it is. The truck is pretty much pinched where it is there. That's a standard Isuzu truck, so you know we're obviously not going to get big Arctics down here for deliveries. They're all going to have to be on the road, and stuff will be handballed down or on machines.
Build. This was a big site with garages. What we've had to do is we have to knock down all of the walls, and we are keeping them because there's quite a lot of internal walls and garden walls and everything like that. So these old beautiful bricks we've taken down, we've cleaned them, and now we're stacking them to one side that we're going to need them for later on.
I just thought I'd take time and explain what these grey pillars are. They are structural buttresses, essentially masonry work holding up this existing brickwork behind. We had a structural report done, and these buttresses were specified as a 4-inch concrete block laid flat on edge every garage bay, so every 2.5 metres between them, and they're tied back to the existing block wall with these, well, we call them starter packs. It's basically you get a strip of steel like that, and you fix it back to the existing wall like that, and then you have these little metal ties that you slide in once it's fixed to the wall, and you bend them up and they go intermittently in the mortar joints. That's a starter pack. And slide in any way you want them to go and bend, into the masonry like that. So yeah, like Ali said, block buttressing complete, and it's on the underpinning that we've looked at in a bit more detail, and that means we're soon ready to do the excavations.
So we had a lovely Christmas break. All the lads had a nice time off and recharged, revitalised, ready for the work. So moving forward,
Specialist in Hereford at the moment, which is good because that's what Ben and I are trying to aim our company towards. I've been looking at the camera, looking at the thing. Yeah.
Instead of looking at the camera.
Yeah.
Start getting in.
Okay, so we've got the oak floor going down. I can see you, the screen's right there, turn towards me. That is ridiculous. The mod would pick that up. He was doing real well.
he's stinking.
Yeah, you can just sort your hair out now because it's all fluffy at the front.
That's the look I'm going for.
No, that's exactly the same. We haven't done anything with it.
So me and Ali don't get a lot of